Bad days are gonna happen, okay? And you gotta get through it because they're a bad bitch. And if you can't get through it, then I can't get through it, then we're not bad bitches. So I just really need you to get it together, okay?
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. To all my old and new subs, I'm just thrilled that you're going to spend time with me. I am serious. It's awesome. Thank you so much. If you are very new, I do chapters, and after each chapter, I do commercials, which are just funny things I find online, and we laugh. I laugh. I do. But I'm probably on the road right now. Actually, I'm on my way to the city for a couple days to get my tooth fixed because it broke, and that's why I'm all lispy. But so I won't be able to make a video for a bit, so I thought I'll make one now and then put it out, right? Anyways, I had so much information and inside gossip and just all kinds of stuff from last time that I still haven't told you guys. So I thought, okay, here we go, another video. So let's just have some fun. One hell of a read with a slideshow to end all slideshows of MM drinking in the TIG. So I have an article, you guys, of somebody who's done research forever and a day. He condensed his stuff really, really, really short, but funny. Like it's a longer article, but I mean, he condensed his stuff. It's really interesting and shocking in some areas and funny. So I'm going to read it to you. And what I decided to do is I have an old video that's privatized right now. It's really old, and it's basically 3 slideshows. Took me forever to make, but it was way back, and I didn't crop anything, and it's not going to look real swell, but at least it's something to watch while I read it. And it's just pictures of her drinking a lot. There's 2 slideshows of her drinking and one of the TIG, and in between there'll be some still shots because I'll be talking, but you won't hear that, of course. So anyways, blah, 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 trying to get all that in. Let's just watch it, and I apologize that it's not going to look the best, but it'll be okay. Okay, the info will make up for it. Okay, here we go. H&M, ready to rumble. Okay, here we go. Long post, lots of info in no particular order. I'm not in the mood to organize my research. M said kids right away. H says we will see. H didn't commit to a date. Africa, white kid, hired to play Archie with a 1-year contract. Not to be photographed for 1 year period, and so nobody would notice this kid. Plus an NDA. Nanny was fake, just a PR shot. Archie Africa, unattached earlobes. Freedom Archie's attached earlobes. H says he painted those 2 pictures, yet he failed art. When asked to paint, he refused. He discharged early from Army. Chronic insubordination. Racial slurs. Didn't follow rules. Mates didn't like him. ADHD. Takes medication. Dyslexia. Diana. Beatrice, also dyslexic. Harry found out much more about M after the engagement. He wanted to end it, but M blackmailed, threatened him. She was very desperate. William yelled at him. Charles was furious. H ignored them. Trevor spoke to Harry to tell him not to marry her. Tom Inskip heavily warned H not to marry her. M was screwing a lot of guys. M had no car, no home, no money. She had nothing. She called the racist card with H. Marcus set up M with H while M was living with Corey. PR lied about her wealth. She was not making $50,000 per Suits episode. She wanted desperately to marry someone she thought was wealthy. Charles told H to let her keep acting. Nobody knew she was being written out of the show. Perhaps the producer got wind of her screwing everyone and anyone. Without H, she is a nothing. It was well known back then she was looking for a rich daddy to take her to another level. Soho bedrooms are full of sex. She pretty much stayed at all Soho houses. Remember, she has never owned anything. She was known as a cokehead, taking drugs and drinking. The pics of her with Marcus at Toronto Invictus Games, she looked like Satan. True. They were escorted out. Emma's been known long before H to set up Paps. She was desperate to get her name out there. She has no talent, no style, too old for anything or anyone, no brains, no beauty, terrible skin and body, a boring grifter, always looking for freebies. Excuse me. Tom Inskip is a threat to M. He screwed her along with Harry's other friends. H hired her. Video taken. Now M and Marcus plot H's demise. Marcus worked and trained with Epstein. Epstein filled everything. Blackmail. M, all their friends, people with anything on her, paid off with monies or more privy, NDA. M has narcissist rage towards Thomas, perceiving he abandoned her. She despises anything to do with her family origin. She's a hardened, older, divorced bitch. Doria is only used to remind people M will use the race card. A coward, hiding behind a false narrative. If challenged, she cries racism. She has lied about her not dealing with racism her whole life. Doria called the N-word in front of M. Doria thought she was was thought to be a nanny. Doria stole her dad's house away from her siblings. A con and a fraud. H, beaten prostitutes, abused animals, bragged about his kills, bullied schoolmates, a smear campaign against his family, the royals, attacks bodyguards and paparazzi, fantasy about killing his father, racist, liar. Many guys turned away from M, wanted nothing to do with her, except H, who I believe was blackmailed. Megxit is A-M, not H. A trust run by William and H is missing money. Any suspects? Marcus would sneak into Tyler Perry's house to go to M's bedroom. Staff. While H away, Marcus, never far from Megan. We may not always see him, but he's there. Right there. Staff said H is weak, but sensitive. M screaming at H at Tyler Perry's house. Wonder if anything was stolen. H and M, along with Marcus and Doria, are dangerous sociopaths. M carried the doll, Archie, with strings hanging out for her to pull his arm up. Megan's instability should have been acknowledged, making her unsuitable to marry H. Diana had a virgin test done on her, not a fertility test. Megan had neither done to her. Can you wonder why not? Did Thomas support M being a prostitute? Forget Malibu not happening. They can't afford anything there, and they can't afford Montecito either. House has flood, stink issues, should be easy to sell. M could not take anything royal, especially jewelry, to the U.S. That is why they think she changed her engagement ring. Diana's diamonds were in her ring. Andrew, Marcus, in picture on yachts, along with M. Excuse me. M and Marcus have an agenda. They think with the royal family. M is not allowed at Soho House without an escort. She is not a member. H&M should not be allowed anywhere near the Invictus Games. M had to seal her fate by pretending to be pregnant. After H found out not true and listening to her BS story, decided to play along. Trip to New Zealand. M had to get away from Andrew's drama. Court case. Trip to Australia. Zika flying. Pregnant women advised not to travel. M seen drinking while pretending to be pregnant. Pregnant again on Amsterdam. M drinking. Royals don't do adoption, surrogacy, or IVF. H went to a dinner party. M not invited. She was pissed. H was sitting beside Rose. Decided to start the rumor about William and Rose. Gave story to Gilles Corin, who's connected to Soho House. H doesn't want to pay taxes. Reason why no citizenship. Both H and Andrew have diplomatic immunity. H reluctant to obtain permanent status. Marcus born 1978. Meghan born 1977. Queen told H&M no kid titles. Meghan was pissed. Played and pulled stunt just to give the effing kids their own titles. Malibu doesn't have a $4.99 salad bar. Monteshit Place is the place of old McCormick property. Constitution laws, the fraud of the century. Government has the authority and responsibility to make sure the LOS are eligible for the fact. Royals letting the government deal with it. If suspicion of treason, confidentiality can be waived. No royal witnesses, no doctor-signed birth certificate. M refused to show press the original documents. Archie, a doll, born weeks before giving birth. Sorry, I meant only weeks before being shown. M gave birth while H was high, and all three F's home in 2 hours? Oh yeah, security brought in food. They're not parents. Drugs, drunk, away for weeks at a time. The miscarriage and fetus burial is just also BS. No parent at any school is going to sign an NDA for these freaks. Homeschooling is an excuse. No suing for any stories on fake kids. The bitch can't risk it. Told the royals she fired her agent, lawyers in the U.S. Effing yet another lie. She gets nothing of his inheritance. She only gets for the time married, nothing else. Wow, you guys. I tried to read that quick, but wasn't that something? Holy moly. Okay, we're going to have some commercials, then we'll get to another chapter. Thanks for watching my old slideshow. Okay.
It has claimed, Meghan, that you've been advised to ditch Prince Harry if you want to recover what is left of your working life. Oh, nonsense. Meghan and I are like salt and pepper. we go together. Isn't that right, Megan? Yeah. That's right, Megan. Utter tosh. You know, our appeal comes mainly from our togetherness, you know? So why on earth would we ever want to break that up? Yeah, well, we are very different, you know, from different backgrounds, and we got different skill sets. Yeah, we're different, but diversity is our strength.
The number one princess. I am going with my husband to New York for his military event on that boat. He will understand if I make his trip about me because we have to claim the media back. I have to show them what a Hollywood red carpet is supposed to look like. There is no way that bitch is going to show me up. Red is better than gold to wear. It shows what a confident woman I am. It commands respect from my subjects and will certainly be the talk of the town. It is going to be excellent. Just my luck. Thanks, horse, for leaving me out in the desert. Hi, Mom. Sorry to worry you. I needed to clear my head. Can you tell my husband to send a jet for me? I am ready to come home. It looks like I am somewhere near the Egyptian pyramids. Try doing a GPS search, and you will see my exact location. Tell him to hurry up. I am quite famished and parched. Oh, great. The G7 is arriving. See you in a few. Toodles. Wait. Where are you going? Don't leave. Of course, I command you to stop. You have to take me back to Monteshitshow. Can't you see I am the 40-year-old victim? Why is everyone being so mean to me?
Don't you just love commercials? I do. They're like the best. All right. And it's just so everybody knows, my videos get better as they go along because I always say the best for last. So you'll want to stick with me. Trust me. And we have some hilarious commercials coming up. But anyways, right now, the chapter is called Hollywood Delusions, Spotify, Netflix Insanity, and PR Disaster. This is my water cooler work gossip, guys. Basically, this whole video is going to be like a gossip sesh. Okay, so I'm not going to put anything in specific order. It's because it's all just like pieces that I found that are really like holy crap. So yeah, anyways. So I wrote, this is about the idiots wanting footage, for Netflix's at our queen's funeral. So badly, they were going to use Rent a Crowd. Now, I don't know if you guys have watched my old videos, but Rent a Crowd is definitely a thing. They do rent a crowd. Literally, they rent people to show adoration and everything. Oh yeah, you'll see. Anyway, they'd like to, but the RF has shut their teams out of everywhere. They can't even get their own footage of public events because they aren't in the Royal Rota. The only funeral backstage glimpses they can get are things like Harry and Meghan doing talking heads at Frogmore. They are very tightly kept out of everywhere, Jubilee style. Reportedly, NF and H&M tried to create their own footage by staging a competing walkabout where they rallied together a crowd, at least partially bought and paid for, and went out and shook hands alone. Fortunately, the plan was discovered and destroyed in time. W&K and their court were royally pissed, and so after 45 minutes of stern conversation and restrictions tightly laid down, they were allowed to go out with Prince and Princess of Wales. Thanks for the intel. I figured that was the case. I doubt Netflix will be able to get the rights to any of the footage from yesterday without William's consent. So I went looking and found this. So sad that she has to do this to pretend being something special. Can someone help me understand this? Same woman, yet it was made to look spontaneous. How would they have known MM was there as it was impromptu? On the walkabout, it was her daughter that hugged MM and she told her, "You're so beautiful," so this was clearly set up. And someone said it wouldn't be the first time she staged fans. Can you... Wow. More and more comes out all the time, guys, hey? It's just crazy what she'll do for attention, isn't it? crazy. So I just thought I would show this for a giggle. Because that's just how I am. This one says, I knew Harry blew his top when Netflix and Penguin approached them about the discrepancies in the narrative. Almost all of which were in Meghan's words. He is livid about that. He's sick of Meghan's schemes for money and her lying cons. Well, isn't that interesting, hey? The discrepancies in the narrative. Oh, you mean blatant lies? Yeah, that's what that is. So this is juicy, you guys. Oh my God. Okay. You may already know this. No, we don't. But while those figures were circulating the streets of Markle world, in the real world, she had her PR grossly inflate her earning potential, excuse me, to match her inflated self-evaluation. Here's what was really going on to anyone who may not know already. I'm connected to a prominent figure in the film industry. He told me that she never had any hope of actually working in Hollywood, neither before her marriage nor after Megxit. Wow. Suits was a cable show produced in Toronto, and she A, never made it past number 6 on the call sheet, importance of cast members in each episode, and B, was being written out before she met Harry. She spun it to look like they wrote her out because of Harry and her marriage, but that's not what happened. She was scrambling for work and aggravating the shit out of everyone, from Reese Witherspoon to Barbara Broccoli, all the way to Wendy Williams trying to get some screen work. She was also having her agent trying to get her work as that's covered, as major fashion labels, and nobody was returning her calls except Reitman's. She did that commercial. And her behavior was so awful that they regretted it. She didn't save her Suits money. She owned no property. So this is a theme, you guys, isn't it? And she was running out of time and money, kind of like now. The truth is that Markle is the luckiest con artist in the world. I have to give her credit for scoring a effing Prince of the United Kingdom right when she needed money most. It's uncanny. Now, though, she's shown her hand. She may not realize it, but she has. Nobody will ever hire her for anything again, unless they've been in a coma the last 5 years. And she's ruined herself in Hollywood back when she played the FedEx girl in Horrible Bosses. She pissed off Jennifer Aniston by acting like a diva, and Jen has a lot of clout. No one legit was going to hire her after that. Holy, you guys. This is so juicy. I love it. So I'm wondering if this is true. As I've said elsewhere, it was reported last night that Netflix have changed their plans, and the new documentary, about which they are very excited, will be about the downfall of the Sussexes from hero to zero. Much of which they already have on film already. If this is true, the only question then will be, will they survive the humiliation of public disgrace? Only time will tell. But it does seem at their end as celebrities may well be fast approaching their end. Sorry. That's awesome, you guys. I hope that happens. Seriously. So I found this picture, you guys, and I did not know how low that was, that outfit, because she was sitting in a chair, right? And look at the back. Like half of her back is showing. And so I wrote, is it any wonder no PR agency will deal with her? Right? She thinks she's smarter than everyone in the world, because this is so appropriate when you're addressing a room full of grieving parents. Like, honestly, you guys, right? I was just shocked. I really was. I didn't realize it was halfway off her frickin' back. God, she's a disgrace. Really. This was funny. Lady C is reliably informed that Meghan was not on the original guest list for the variety event. We knew that. Ari Emanuel called in favors and got her to attend, but the people weren't playing ball and sat her in Siberia at table 12. She was exuberant the entire time. Of course she was. Over-exaggerating every gesture just to show how happy she is. I laughed my effing ass off. She does that all the time. I don't understand that fake-ass laugh, grin, whatever the hell oh my God, it's just ridiculous. People are spilling their guts, you guys. Listen, NT Lawyer, the gossip website dude, is close friends with Bill Simmons, I don't know, the Spotify Hollywood executive. NT confirmed yesterday that Markle got $1 million for archetypes. That's it. $1 million. That's a lot, but it certainly wasn't the, $35 million they were claiming? So this one and right after this, because they go together, is the last I have for this chapter. All right. Big Brother said word on the street is that she's supposed to be screaming mad over this, over this book, and she went out, I can't see behind there, I apologize, and she went outside in her yard and screamed even more than she did over Kate's golden dress. Big Brother added she is supposedly desperate to set the story straight, but she apparently can't find a journalist to broadcast her response to this book. She, and of course this is allegedly because I know you're going to run and tell Reddit, but she has been all but on her knees to Oprah to try to get Oprah to help her get the truth back out there via another mudslinging interview. But Oprah, Gail, and apparently everyone else is pretty much telling her to go pound sand. She must be using the ghostwriter as a last resort. Anyway, that's what he said. It's not much tea, but it's a couple of drops. Also, I heard today that Penguin wants to release Harry's book a day or two before or after Michelle Obama's new book. That's bad news for Harry, and in publishing, it's a sign they don't have a lot of confidence in his book. They wouldn't release it alongside hers if they thought it would sell well on its own. Meg's rescue chickens are coming home to roost, I think. I said at the time that WME picked her up that it was done with with her paying them a specific amount up front, almost like a retainer. That makes sense because, why wouldn't they, right? And they're agreeing to work for her until that money runs out. The only thing left is for them to represent her through the limited amount of time that she will be valuable post-divorce from Harry, where she will once again attempt to monetize victimhood. However, my understanding is that the divorce delay is because people are threatening under the table to come forward with all her dirty laundry, and between that and the possibility that Samantha's lawsuit will go into discovery, which will open even more cans of worms, and emails, texts, and depositions would be added to the public record. Meghan is a bit paralyzed. The only card this woman has to play is the victim card. She can't trade on talent or beauty or unique thoughts. She only has victimhood. If she strikes out on her own and tries to add Harry to the list of aggressors, the dam of information about her will break, and it will all reveal what, to quote Janice Ian from Mean Girls, an axe wound she really is. Harry has always had, and still has, more power and connections and intrigue than she has. She and WME and starting to realize that if it goes Amber Heard on him, she will get buried in her own shit as person after person reveals who she really is. They all have revealed that she can remain angry at Harry and yet still reveal her abuse of everyone with whom she comes in contact. And I've heard they've got videos, emails, and a shit ton of witnesses. Meghan's at an impasse and the money's run out. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next. Isn't it, guys? It really is. I hope you guys like when I do this because it's so interesting to me when people talk, and a lot of what they say is true, and there's insiders, and I love hearing that stuff. And I'm trying to do my own stuff and not show everybody else's clips, right? So I hope that that's all right. Yeah, okay, let's do some commercials.
That the royal family is racist.
I never said that.
Okay, what?
The British media would certainly have you believe that through leaks.
Okay, so what did you say?
I said they were racist-ish.
Oh, come on.
There's a difference.
Harry, what's the difference?
Well, one is conscious and one is unconscious.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
Well, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
We need to modernise the conversation.
Oh, God.
Wedding, I did have to ask Granny permission to keep my beard. If you shaved it off, how would I recognise you? Well, my face would be the same. No, it wouldn't. You, no beard. I look like a bleeding paedophile. You look 12, mate. Well, there's not many ginger people around, are there? Without that stubble, you would look like the last gerbil in the shop, mate. You think I want to wake up next to that every day? You've got another day coming. For my wedding, I did...
My God, people can be so funny, hey? Just so you know, everybody that I use is always in my description. Yeah, it's important that I say that. Okay, Palace Insiders and info from people in the know. Ooh. This one's a short but sweet one, guys. Looks like I cut this off a little too much. This one's short anyways. It's Harry used the coronation to plug Megabuck's fashion deal. Prince Harry reportedly used his father's big moment to audition for a deal with a major fashion label as Meghan Markle looks to become the world's highest paid influencer. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. This one is crazy, you guys. Wow, someone who works for the king. I heard it from the horse's mouth. King Charles III said, that woman will never be in my presence again. Wow. Not a rumor, not from a source, from a discussion in which I was a party, and I heard it directly from him. I remember actually being saddened by it because it was last fall. He wanted his son back. It's not going to happen. PH didn't go to England to see his father to make up. He went there to blackmail him. I'm sorry, with more threats, it says. I apologize. Right now, King Charles III wants the gossip to stop, but we have told him it won't unless and until he controls the message. I think PH and were invited, but not on terms they would agree. Charles was adamant to invite them, and while I didn't like it, I knew why. But I do not know anything about the details. I know what was discussed ahead of time. As much as wants to come and show her smirk, my feeling is King Charles did it so she wouldn't come, which would suit fine. She wants to play victim. I don't think King Charles will meet with his son unless his son apologizes and is outside the clutches of Markle. I thought perhaps PH had gone to discuss the divorce, but nope, to make more threats. All the info that I have that I can share. And that was this smirk right there that King Charles wanted to avoid. Isn't that crazy, you guys, to hear that? Like, oh man, I'm so glad stuff is coming out. I really am, because it's been long enough. 5 years of this crap, it's just been long enough. And you can see that the royals are getting weary of it. And no question, who wouldn't be, right? Like, my God. Oh, but anyway, that was a really short chapter. And then my other one, it's really, really, really juicy, you guys. So, yeah, I always say best for last. Anyways, let's watch a couple more commercials and then get to it.
Duchess, are we ready to go? Oh, artificial, yeah. Just go over there for a bit. I can't believe I have to actually go outside after that skillful Sussex squad with that picture of me. Duchess, why are you crying, Duchess? Oh, artificial, just take it, go over there, please. Everybody's gonna see what I really look like now. Oh my. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. And they say I'm always crying. Well, this means I have a reason to cry.
Do the sad music. So I was on the plane to Canada, and a guy comes from the cockpit and he knelt down beside me and he took his hat off. And it wasn't the pilot, because I think like a pilot has to fly with the plane, but he said to me, "Thank you for everything you have done for our country." And it was like the first time that someone saw the sacrifice I had made. That this is not my country. And yet I gave up everything in my country, my briefcase job, showing my tits and my teeth, my dead-end trailer park lifestyle, my non-relationship with my own father, and I came over to this little country. I married a prince. I got a big-ass royal wedding without doing any royal duties. And I got a big ass royal profile, and I even got a text message from Beyonce. And for that sacrifice, I got a $100 million Netflix contract. But that was my sacrifice, like being in the trenches in World War I. And no one was there to capture the sacrifice that I made. And cut. Okay, fine.
Oh my God, Katie is hilarious. This is the last chapter, guys, and after this I have a Thomas Markle, and it's a hoot, so stick around. Okay, blind items. They are usually right. Okay, again, in no particular order. Blind item number 6, to pay for his big loss in court. Look for the ginger-haired one to do a couple of quick endorsement deals for less than stellar products companies. Wow, he has stooped that low, hey? Wow, what he gave up for this crazy skank is just unbelievable. Blah, 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 blah. It's unbelievable. Blind item number 4. Holy moly. The ginger-haired one will soon learn it is actually people he hired and paid that were spying on him. They simply sold the information to the highest bidder. Oh my God, you guys. I'm not surprised. Oh my God, you guys, listen to this. So some new tea. Well, old because I called it out years ago. Tyler Perry didn't know or meet the couple. It is now confirmed in the book and TP that he put them up at the request of Oprah. Yes, she was using the couple for the $35 million she made from the interview. Oh my God. Queen of business, that one. I also wrote that they had left. I even listed my source. What people didn't know is that they stayed in a cottage on Oprah's grounds. My previous timeline is now proven to be correct. Now, what is interesting is that they were thrown out. Why? Well, there are some court filings that are rather interesting. A certain someone was assaulted by one of the guests at the house. Now, who is it? Meghan? Harry? The former inmate? Doria? Or Marcus? Now that person with the approval of Mr. Perry is suing. Yes, she is going to get paid. Oh my God, you guys. I've read on various online places that it was either a maid or a housekeeper that may have been pushed into a swimming pool by someone in a fit of temper over the trivial subject of wrong kind of towel. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is just, wow, you got, like, I don't know. I didn't know any of this. Did y'all? Because I certainly didn't. Nope. And of course, they're not going to tell us this stuff. Holy moly. First of all, there is a major celebrity that Meghan has an obsession with, to the point that she's not taking no for an answer, and it may be getting ready to cause Meghan some problems. The celebrity's name hasn't been verified at this time, but I'm told it's a big one. Big name. This person has reportedly told her in no uncertain terms, no, not interested. This person has not entertained a single overture because Meghan's reputation has preceded her. But she allegedly does not care and is still focused on pursuing this person. I do not know if the interest is romantic, professional, or both. If I had to guess, it would be both, but I don't know. This gossip is growing quickly, so hopefully we all know what is going on soon. There's also lots of new gossip that she and Harry are having more severe relationship issues than ever before. Of course, we've heard this before, and I don't necessarily think a breakup will be announced soon. That would be just too much good news. But the word on the street is that one new thing that is driving a bigger wedge between Harry and Meghan, in addition to their recent failures and ever more pressing money problems, is the lawsuit with Samantha Markle. Meghan's behavior with Samantha is allegedly really pissing Harry off, and it's making him start to wonder if she really does only care about money, prestige, and appearing to be right. Harry is allegedly starting to understand that not only does Meghan not care about his family or her own family, he may allegedly also be learning that she may not care about him and the kids either, alleged kids. Anyway, the discussions with Sam are going back and forth through legal courses. And Harry now allegedly sees some of Meg's lies and supposedly wants her to stop lying, work it out, and settle this. But Meghan's response is to accuse him of not being supportive, allegedly. The rumors are that their financial issues, along with his homesickness and their alleged turbulent fights, has him more depressed than ever. Due to all of this, their relationship is reportedly taking a real turn that is different from previous low points. That's all I've heard so far, but I'll keep you posted. Okay, I have this picture up for a reason, but can you believe that stuff, you guys? Oh my God. I don't know about you, but this stuff interests me hella lots. Like way more than the crap well, I shouldn't say it's not crap, but the stuff that we're getting now is nothing. This is the stuff I want to hear about. I don't know about you guys, but it is for me. So anyways, I put this picture up for a reason, and now I'm going to show you what that is. Blind item number 2. Now the arch rival of the royal is pushing the narrative that not only is the royal a racist, but is also an alcoholic, which is why she needed surgery. Can you even believe that, you guys? That's why I made a short, by the way. I don't know if anyone has seen it. Well, I know a couple have, but I found a song called Alcoholic, and I put it up, and I put all her drinking, and she was drunk at the walkabout. She was drunk at another place. I put it all up. Yep. I'm like, this is what you get when you lie, because this is bullshit. Like, leave Princess Catherine alone. What is wrong with you, you crazy lunatic? Ugh. So I put this up. After this, I have one more blind item, and then we're done. But I wrote, I completely knew she would claim someone was sick due to Princess Catherine and King Charles having surgeries, of course. One of her Invisit kids is unwell. Please. She didn't go to the award ceremony because 1, she knows she'd get booed. 2, they don't even live together. And 3, I doubt just Harry wanted her there. So someone wrote, Mummy Megsy had to claim a child no name of the Sussex American royal family was sick, just as the King and Princess Catherine are recovering from medical procedures. Pay attention to me. Had to avoid the unwelcoming protesters who'd mock her security cavalcade. Meantime, her legendary numbskull puppet snuck in the back door and posed with the other nobodies. His carefully crafted speech by Meggs included an insulting snipe at his host Travolta for refusing to let her mimic the iconic Princess Diana duet at the White House years ago. That wouldn't surprise me one iota. I love this one. None of the big names, including John Travolta and Morgan Freeman, was even there, walked the red carpet. Only Lauren Sanchez did. Other guests, including Kenny G, didn't even show. Those who did included Miss California and a German who goes by the ridiculous name of Prince Mario Max Schrumberg Lip, who once appeared in a saucy internet series called Travel Boobs. The event was so lackluster that one elderly attendant admitted he slept through most of it. Given such a distinctly D-list gathering, no wonder the audience was abuzz as they waited for their guest of honor to arrive. Although his faded royal stardust would not be enough to save the deeply unimpressive night. Organizers had promised that the Duke would attend with his wife Meghan in what would have been billed as the couple's first joint Hollywood red carpet appearance, but a PR lackey suddenly announced that Harry, 39, would be solo and that he had just snuck in through a back entrance. It was later reported that 42-year-old Meghan had decided to stay home because one of their 2 children was sick. Yeah, right. Perhaps a wise move by the image-savvy former actress, considering so many of us were wondering what on earth is Harry doing here. Must be bad if people are looking at Harry to lift the tone. Holy crap. I love it. Love it. This is right up my alley, you guys. I wanted to bring you this so much because this is hilarious. Okay, that's it for today. But we're gonna watch a Markle, and it's gonna be Thomas, and it's gonna be hysterical. I promise that. But thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed yourself with the gossip and the fun. I do. I really do. Can't always pull a genie out of my hat, that's for sure. But I can bring you news that nobody else is bringing you. That's for sure. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Wish me luck on my tooth. And take care. Let's watch Thomas. Bye.
Good evening, folks. I'm Chick Magnet, and I've been asked to host this evening's edition of Bookmarks from a very good friend of mine. And he also told me that I had to come up with my own material and find it all on my own. So, being whose I is, you know, sometimes I do shop in some pretty different kind of neighborhoods, and I happen to be walking by this X-rated adult bookshop, and out there in the trash, I done find this one right here. It's called Rear End Games by Omit It Scooby. Omit it, Scooby.
Love it, love it.
Omit it, Scooby. So, and it already had bookmarks in it, so I figured that was a hell of a bonus. So, let's get started, folks. Now, Bookmarks is a very, very special kind of show because it reflects on other people's writings that you find in your book as a bookmark. So let's get started now. Over here on page 46 or something like that, it says,
He kills me, you guys.
let's see now. Someone needs to slap the shit out of me, or spank me would be even better. When I'm alone, I like to skip around the house wearing nothing but peanut butter and assless straps. Well, that's a pretty informative bookmark there, if you ask me. Man, whoever threw this book in the trash has got some issues. Wearing a thong makes me feel like a real man, but mostly I prefer to sit down and pee while I sing Dude Looks Like a Lady by Aerosmith. Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to go there, but I think there's some help available out there for that one. 101 uses for shaved gerbils and where to stick them. Oh, man. I picked the wrong book out of the trash, I'm telling you.
No, I don't drink, you guys, and I'm not on anything.
Walking around the street somewhere. I have my head so far up her ass, and I can't get any air, so I wait for her next fart. And I thank God for my bushy unibrow eyebrows, keeping the wet farts out of my eyes.
Even he's laughing.
I'm still her #1 fan, and I will never learn my lesson. I need to wake up from this nightmare. Oh, son. There's probably support groups for out there, you know. When you have your head so far up somebody's ass and you don't know your own ass from your elbows, yeah, it's time to move on. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, folks, thank you for tuning in to
Thank you.
this week's edition
Oh,
of Bookmarks.
God.
And I was seriously glad to host this episode.
Oh.
That's right. This week's book. Have a good evening, folks. I'll see you on the next one.
Let me singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing me